Tell us a little bit about each of your roles in the film, because you both, I mean, you were sort of one of the big stars of the show. You're getting huge commendations, and of course you are the envy of the world, I think, given what happens in the last book. Tell us a little bit about what happens with your characters in this 5th film.
But our individual, yeah. Okay, well, Luna, she doesn't change much. She never does. She's like quite settled in herself. But she becomes part of the group this time. Like she was in the last one, but people were just more hesitant to accept her, you know, because she was always looked as the kind of spaced out, just the weird one, you know. But now Harry is like, he doesn't care so much what people think, and he's just, yeah, he's happy to have her as a friend, and he values her as a friend. And I think she's really just happy that she finally has some friends she can depend on. Yeah.
Bonnie?
Yeah, you mean in the 5th one, or in, yeah, she obviously becomes part of Dumbledore's army with everyone else, and she steps a bit more out of her shell and enjoys, I think, being with everyone a lot more, because I think she was much more kind of quite like to be alone, because she was quite shy at the beginning, kind of few, but now she's a bit more, she wants to be with everything, she wants to be part of kind of what's happening.
Have you read the final book?
Yeah.
And what did you think? What's your verdict?
So much, so this, I don't know, it was overwhelming and kind of weird when you finished it, that kind of everything was going, kind of, it was quite mind-boggling, and then by the end of it, it was finished, so it's quite sad, but I don't know, you can reread them all again.
But you get a particularly good role.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was interesting to see what happens to the relationship between Ginny and Harry, and I think it ended well, definitely.
And for both of you, tell me about your most fantastic moment, either on screen or off, as part of the whole book and movie number 5.
There's so many good moments. I think just whilst we were filming was definitely the funnest part for me, definitely. I think whilst we were doing, towards the end of the filming, where we did kind of the scenes, the kind of finale scenes with the Ministry of Magic, definitely were, I don't know, just so different to kind of, and the sets was like, the atrium set was just so massive, and it was just something that was just, it just stood apart so much for me.
And there were 6 of us, like it was more intimate. Like in the room of requirement, you'd be talking to someone new every day, but we got to know each other more, and we were all tutoring together, and just a night.
Well, good luck with the coming ones,
Thank you.
and thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you. Welcome. Have you read book 7? Have you read the big final book?
Yeah, I have, yeah, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's going to be really good. Bit nervous about the whole Ron and Hermione thing, how that's turned out, but I was sort of expecting that anyway, so...
Why nervous?
Because, I don't know, it's just because, just with Emma, because I've known her for such a long time now, and we've sort of become really sort of close friends. It's going to be quite awkward, I think, but... I don't know, we'll wait and see, I think we'll get through it.
And have you discussed it? Because obviously
no. I think we'll just sort of talk about it when it comes to it, I think.
Tell me about the moment you found out that you were going to be Ron Weasley, going back all those years. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, I can't really... Yeah, it was I was with Emma actually, when we found out, because I just thought I was going in for another audition really, because it was quite a lengthy audition process, because I did about sort of five or six different auditions with sort of different Dan and Emmas, and it was amazing, really cool. Couldn't believe it.
And what's it been like growing up on screen? Because we've seen you go from.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. How's that been growing up in a global spotlight?
Yeah, I mean it's been different, I suppose. I don't know. I think I've stayed pretty. My life hasn't changed too much, really. It just the main thing is just sort of getting recognised everywhere. That's the main thing. It's quite strange, and sort of every year it's sort of got more noticeable. And I don't know. I think and they're always really nice, but it's just sort of quite strange and hard to get your head around, really. But yeah, it's still really cool.
What has been your most memorable moment? The time that you've just gone, I love this job. I'm so glad I'm doing it.
I don't know really. I mean that happens quite a lot. You get that feeling quite a lot really when you're doing these. But I guess I suppose really sort of sort of getting the part really. That was just really cool, and yeah, just amazing. And from then, so everything sort of changed. So it's been really fun. Yeah, I mean, sort of, and obviously the first time going to America was because of this. That was really cool. Like the first trip to New York and sort of seeing it as well, and seeing it on a big screen. It was just that first year was pretty incredible. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And current filming? Sorry, last question.
Yeah.
How's the current filming of
Yeah, no, it's going really
number 6
well.
going?
I've only done like, a few weeks, and I haven't really done much, but it's been going really well. It's a really good book, and there's a lot of new characters in it, so it's going to be good.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Hi, David.
Hello.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Congratulations on the film. It looks
Thank you.
fabulous.
Cool.
You've come a long way since the 14-year-old filming with Super 8.
Yes.
How was it doing something on this scale?
It's really exciting. It's a bit like being in a big toy shop, and you work with lots of lovely people, and there's an amazing infrastructure here at Leavesden where we make the films, and if you need something, like the other day I was working and we were shooting something, and I just thought there's a moment where a character closes a curtain. I said, oh, wouldn't it be great if that curtain just collapsed as he did that? And within like 10 minutes they were rigging a mechanism to do it, you know. It's an amazingly flexible machine, even though it's huge. So, and this is what I've always wanted to do: make big films. And what we've done with this DVD is we put an editing exercise on there, which for any future David Yateses who suddenly go, oh, you know what, this is really cool. I want to do this. And that's how I started on Super 8. And so you can edit little bits of our film, of Order of the Phoenix, and see if you like doing that. And if you do, it might just encourage you to maybe get some editing software and try and do, more editing. And that's where I started. And this is where I ended up, in the Great Hall, making 2 big films.
The Harry Potter franchise is one of the few films from books that one is as good
Yes.
and gets better and better as
Cool.
each one
Yeah.
sort of progresses. What are the challenges, bringing something like J.K. Rowling's amazingly imaginative works into real life and visible on a screen?
The big thing is deciding what to leave out, because there's so much good stuff. And it's heartbreaking when, for example, in Order of the Phoenix, you take the decision that, well, Quidditch is great in the book, but won't serve the spine of the story. And Jo Rowling's brilliant at recognising and accepting and acknowledging the things that are taken out. She understands the process and is always supportive and enthusiastic about where we've ended up. So that's the big challenge, is what you lose and what you keep. That's the first thing. And the second thing is just, keeping it fresh all the time, keeping it, and I think the good thing about this stage of the journey with the audience is, the first couple of films, maybe even the third film, it was about the world and how extraordinary her world is. And as the books developed and as the films are developing, it becomes more about the characters. Not that the characters weren't important in those early films, gosh, they were, but you were experiencing the characters experiencing the world. Now the world is a given, and now it's about their journeys and their experiences and their dilemmas and their conflicts. And so, it's quite a satisfying time to be telling stories with all the gifts that she's given us.
Tell us about putting together a DVD. I mean, that's part and parcel of making a film these days.
It is.
It is an art.
It is, and it's a huge opportunity, and it's great to just put things on it that you haven't been able to put in the movie. So there's deleted scenes, things I desperately wanted to get in the film, but no matter where I put them, they always kind of fell out somehow. The editing exercise, the documentary, but it's a real art, and there's a great team of people who put this one together, which I think they've done a really lovely job. It's a special 2-disc edition, and it's a huge market now, DVDs, A lot of people see the movie for the first time on DVD, so, and the quality's getting better and better.
David Yates, thank you for
Great.
your time.
No problem. Nice to see you again.